next. All right, now I know that this particular group of people, by the way, I do want to really say something about this particular group of people, our Houston chapter. Do you all know, I know that you've been told that you're our largest chapter in the country. I'm really proud that our largest chapter is in Texas. And the reason you are our largest chapter is because you're really one of our very best chapters. We've got a lot of very smart people in this chapter that understand what's going on. We have, you do lots of different things, from working with individuals to seniors to middle-sized groups to great big giant groups to ancillary products, everything in between. So we have a big diversity in this chapter, which helps a lot. And I just want to let you know that I appreciate how tuned in you are. I get a lot of calls and emails from people in the Houston chapter with very good questions about things. And I would encourage you that when you do have a question, a comment, or you see something and you want to just say, you know, is this for real? You can email me anytime and I will respond back to you and say, well, maybe, or yes, that is for real, or, you know, no, that's really not true. There's a lot of the not truths that are being slung around right now. So here's where we are. We've made some progress in health reform, progress being a very delicate word. We have had all of the relevant committees of Congress have acted relative to health reform legislation. So in the House, there are 3 committees of jurisdiction, and all 3 of those committees have what they've called marked up a bill and put it out of committee. And on the House side, they all marked up the same bill, and with a very few minor exceptions, that it's the same bill that each of them passed out. There's a few little tweaks on each one. We are still expecting a bill to go to the floor, the whole House floor, so the whole House can vote on it. Actually, it will be not in October, but it will probably be, I'm guessing, mid-November that the House will vote on legislation. We don't expect anything good to come out of the House. None of the versions of the bill are anything, I'm trying to think if there's anything we like in them. Probably a couple of things if they actually worked correctly, but not really. The way they have it set up, it's a very heavy-handed approach. I'm going to get into more of that in a little while, and it's not really anything we can be excited about. On the Senate side, the Senate is where it really matters, because the Senate is a much more moderate group. We have a lot of conservative Democrats in the Senate. We also have some moderate Republicans who have been known to monkey up the works a little bit on both sides, is in terms of either keeping things going or shutting them down. There are 2 committees of jurisdiction on the Senate side, the Senate Help Committee and the Senate Finance Committee. Now, the Help Committee passed a bill on July 15th. They actually, prior to passage, passed a number of amendments that we had asked them to pass, and they also incorporated in a number of technical things that we had requested even outside of the amendment process. And part of that is because we had, NAHU had served on a group that Senator Kennedy put together that was a stakeholder group where there were a lot of different organizations around the table. It was an invitation-only thing. We met together every week for 6 months to try to come up with some suggestions. Now, the bill that they came out with didn't really look so much like what we had suggested during those meetings. But what happened that helped us during the markup process is that we were able to develop relationships and respect with the staffs from the various Democratic staffs involved, and it helped a whole lot, and that's how we were able to get some of the technical things in there, particularly amendments that had to do with agents and brokers, risk adjustment, the way things are pooled, the benefit structure itself, and things like, and the way the tax credits are structured. That we didn't get everything we wanted, but we got about half of what we asked for. That's not too bad odds. We didn't ask for things that we knew we weren't getting. I'm not counting the public plan Well, I'll talk about that in a minute, or the employer mandate. I mean, the other stuff. Because even if we don't have the bad things in this legislation, there are a lot of things in health reform that could just sink us. And I'll talk in a little bit of detail about what those are in just a minute. And then the Senate Finance Committee took a lot longer to get through their markup process. They finally passed something on October 13th. They also took a number of our suggestions in advance. I'm very pleased to say that they took what was originally in their kind of idea box out, the bad things that had to do with how agents and brokers will be regulated, and they took that out after some pretty heavy lobbying, as well as lots of operation shouts from you guys. By the way, I have to tell you, we are, of all the organizations in Washington who can get their members to write letters and send emails, we are number one. We are number one. Other organizations can't believe how good you guys are. They are just amazed that you respond. And I tell them it's because you care so much and you care about your clients, and this is a big deal and you're taking it seriously and you're not worried about what other people think. You're just willing to do it. And it's very, very helpful. So you're going to see a lot more of those requests come through, particularly between now and about the 1st or the middle of December. And now is the time to respond even more. And when we ask you to have your clients respond, be sure and do that, because these are the real critical times between now and the end of the year. So what they're working on, the Finance Committee passed their bill, and now the most important thing that's being worked on is that the Finance Committee and the Health Committee are merging their bills. Now, that is a very important process, because the Health Committee bill, even with the changes we requested, is significantly more kind of to the left than the Finance Committee bill is. And so we want to, in most cases, take the provisions of the Finance Committee bill and have those prevail. Not in every case. In some cases, the Health Committee bill is better. And so what we're doing is we're working with the two committees to pick the best parts out of both. And obviously, we'd rather they didn't do anything, or not do anything, but not do it the way in the direction they're going. But we're not naive. We want to make sure that if something passes, it's as good as it can possibly be and does the least damage possible. And then we keep hearing, I don't know if this is true or not, but I'll pass along the rumor to you. We keep hearing that there's a possibility that on the House side, that instead of taking the 3 bills that the committees of jurisdiction actually passed, that they could actually bring forth a manager's amendment that looks more like what this merger of Senate Finance and Health is. And if they did that, it might not be too popular with the members of the House. This is why I think they aren't going to do it. But if they did, of course, that would really speed up the process a lot. If in the end, when they were trying to merge House and Senate, they looked more alike, right? The more different they are, the longer the conference committee will take to figure that out.